8. Finn felt a slight pressure as he passed through the slice in reality, and then hard-packed earth lay beneath his sandaled feet. He looked himself up and down and realized he wore the dingiest of rags, a beggar at the whim of a god. Finn smiled at that classic bit of psychological warfare. Beshard, or Alaron as he now called himself, knew how to play the game. So did Finn, and Alaron did not understand who he was nor what he could do. A fireplace warmed the room. It reminded Finn of the cozy inn he'd spent time in on the southern coast of Ireland during a pre-college trip to Europe. The fire crackling away in the hearth felt real and chased the chill from Finn's bones. A fragment of flame leapt forward and hung in mid-air, spinning. It spun and condensed into a singularity, his singularity. It pulsed and flexed, tearing dimensions. Finn stared at the vortex of unknowable potential. The sphere flickered and calmed and expanded into a perfect glowing sphere an inch in diameter. Time was meaningless here. Finn did not know if he stood there for moments or eons when the sphere rushed at him, penetrating his chest with tingling brilliance. His vision exploded with prompts. Images and information appeared in a virtual display that hovered in front of his eyes. The information was semi-translucent, allowing him to see the world through a haze of words. It was nearly identical to one of the functions of his banner, and Finn wondered if Lex would serve a similar function inside the realms as he had in the real world. You have learned the skill Small Blades, levels 1 to 5, skill type Active. You have shown proficiency in wielding small blades. These include knives, daggers, short swords, and their variations. To hit bonus, plus 10%. Damage bonus, plus 10%. Stab, stab, kill, kill. You have learned the skill Staves, Spears. Levels 1 to 5, skill type Active. You have shown proficiency in wielding staves and spears. These include bow staves, quarterstaffs, short spears, and long spears. To hit bonus, plus 10%. Damage bonus, plus 10%. Attack speed, plus 25%. Longer stab, smash, kill, kill. You have learned the skill Unarmed. Levels 1 to 5, skill type Active. You have shown proficiency in hand-to-hand combat. You can cause damage, disarm, and incapacitate opponents with just your hands and feet. To hit bonus, plus 10%. Damage bonus, plus 10%. Chance to disarm, 10%. Attack speed, plus 25%. You learn quickly, Grasshopper, and kill, kill. You have learned the skill Thrown Weapons. Levels 1 to 5, skill type Active. You have shown proficiency in thrown weapons. These include throwing knives and axes and any other thrown weapon. To hit bonus, plus 10%. Damage bonus, plus 10%. I see you way over there, pew, pew. Finn paused the prompts, shaking and nauseous. The amount of information that assaulted his mind was insane. Lex, what is all this? Skill prompts? Every game has a set of skills that measure your ability to perform certain actions. The Realms is different from the games that came before it in one totally badass area. As the NI rig integrates your mind into the game, it also extrapolates and imports your inherent real-world skills. That sounds like mind reading, Finn said, concerned. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So cool. You and I have very different definitions of the word cool. Trust me, in-game, you'll be happy you were a real-life Rambo. What? Great movie. You need to watch the classics, bro. Finn shook his head at his oh-so-odd banner and returned to the prompts. You have learned the skill Perception, levels 1 to 5, skill type Passive. You are able to spot traps, secret doors, passages, and hidden foes. 25% chance to detect traps, 25% chance to detect secret doors and passages, 12% chance to detect foes using sneak. Yay, no falling in spiky death pits. Huzzah, no stabs in the kidney. You have learned the skill Disarm Traps. Levels 1 to 5. Skill type Active. You are able to disarm traps. 20% chance to disarm traps. 10% chance to acquire traps. 5% chance to understand traps. For use with the crafting skill. Pick, tinker, no exploding shrapnel in face. Quit adding commentary to the skills, Lex. Ugh, I have no idea what you're talking about, his banner said with feigned annoyance. If Lex had had a physical form, Finn would have smacked him. A part of his mind, the one trained to see subterfuge and danger everywhere, wondered if he could trust Lex. Bryn had been working with their father. Could the colonel have gotten his hands on Lex? Or worse, had engineered the delivery of the odd banner to Finn? Despite the red flags, there was nothing he could do about his suspicions at the moment. He returned his attention to the prompts. You have learned the skill Alchemy. Levels 1 to 5, skill type Active. You can mix various ingredients to form useful potions, tinctures, and poisons. Plus 10% to potency. 10% chance to understand item constituency and recipe formulas. Mix, yay, herbal Viagra. Why are some stats listed as active and some as passive? Active skills require not only focus, but stamina, usually at a point per second cost. Passive skills are always active, so do not need concentration or a stamina cost. For example, stealth, sneak, hide, is an active skill, and sneaking about is more tiring than walking around all normal-like. Then there are the knowledge skills such as perception. There's no active participation in that, you just know what you know. That's a passive skill. You do realize you just outed yourself on the skill commentary, right? Crap, Lex whispered. Finn chuckled to himself, getting an odd pleasure from ribbing Lex. Why do all the skills level out at 5? Yeah, that one blows. The designers capped any real-world skills at 5 to balance the scales somewhat. They wanted to make it so nerdy losers who smoked pot and ate Doritos all day could compete with badasses like you. And, let's face it, there's a lot more of them type than love children of Jason Bourne and James Bond. Quit making stupid movie references, Lex. Pfft, you just ain't cultured enough to appreciate my references. The skill prompts ended, and another slice in reality opened. Beyond was a grand chamber of tall windows and massive arches.